Once upon a time, in a happy land full of sunshine, there was a beautiful village. In this village lived King Nnanna, a king loved by everyone because he was kind and wise. He always made sure his people were happy and safe. King Nnanna had a big family. His first wife, Nnanna, had 3 daughters, beautiful princesses. His second wife, had 2 brave sons who would be future kings. The princesses loved to play. Every day, they ran barefoot from the palace, laughing and shouting. They played games, splashed water at the river, and got muddy. Their dresses and hair got messy, but they didn't care. They were happy and free. Some people didn't like this. "They are too wild," they whispered. "Why don't they act like princesses?" This made their mother, Nnanna, worried. She often told them, "You are princesses. You should act like it." But the princesses just giggled and ran off. They wanted to be like everyone else, to play and explore their land. Some villagers called them foolish. "They are not like us," they said. But the princesses didn't mind. They thought being themselves was more important than being perfect. So, they kept playing, their hearts wild and free. Every year, there was a special festival in the village. It was the day for the princes to find brides. The village square was full of colors, music, and tasty food. Beautiful girls came from near and far, wearing their best dresses and dancing, hoping to be chosen by one of the princes. In the palace, the 3 princesses watched from a window. They didn't care about the gold and fancy things. When men came to ask them to marry, the princesses always found reasons to say no. "He's too proud," one would say. "He thinks his gold can buy love," another would sigh. Even when a very rich man from another village came with many gifts, the princesses just shook their heads. They even splashed water on him when he said he wanted to marry all 3 of them to make 7 wives. This made everyone in the village talk. "How foolish," they said. Turning away all these rich and powerful men. Their parents, King Nnanna and Queen Nnanna, were puzzled and a bit sad. "Why won't you marry?" they'd ask. "Your brothers are ready, and you are the eldest." But the princesses would only smile and say, "When we find true love, we will know." The festival for their brothers was beautiful. Maidens danced and laughed, hoping to catch the prince's eyes. Though the princesses admired the courage of these girls, their hearts longed for something different. They didn't want a love found in a day. They wanted a love that understood them and saw beyond their crowns. As the festival ended and the princes found their brides, the village talked even more. "What will become of the 3 foolish princesses?" they whispered. But the princesses weren't worried. They believed true love wasn't something you could find in a festival, it was something that found you in its own time and way. As the seasons changed and the moon moved across the sky, the princesses grew into beautiful young women. They watched the leaves turn from green to gold, thinking about love and what it meant to them. They saw their brothers happy with their brides, and something stirred in their hearts. Maybe, just maybe, it was time to open their hearts to love, but it had to be true love, the kind that saw them for who they really were. One evening, under a sky filled with stars, the princesses went to their father, King Nnanna. They had a request that made the king's eyebrows rise in surprise. "Father," they said, their voices filled with hope, "we want a festival of our own, a festival where men can show us their talents and skills. We want to find love, but it must be true love." King Nnanna looked into their eyes, seeing the honesty shining back at him. He knew his daughters were different, their spirits free and wild. First, he thought this was not part of the tradition of the land, but he thought maybe this was their way of finding love. So, with a nod and a heart full of hope, he agreed. "Let there be a festival," he announced. If you liked the video, hit the like and subscription button and turn on the notification bell for part 2.